Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be taking a look at Blinx the Time Sweeper, a game that was made by Artoon Games in 2002. I remember back then it was pretty popular. I remember watching the E3 and it got a lot of hype for it. It had nothing like this had really been touched before, so it was kind of a big deal. And I think it had sold quite well, but I never picked it up or even played it. So let's get right into it, shall we? We're going to go ahead and start a new game. I have a save file on the red block here, so we'll go on to the green. We'll start an entire new game. We'll go ahead and watch the cutscene as well.
Heimstak oceans dramatis. Nick Elgiram factam no listam. Mavsigna listam, believe mana epi vodak. Sigrama hen, magim Blinx. Sabrim napis lankis, versam brutnis listam overvam vi. Verbamis listam, nidas kras nublink, hengas zo shulastok. Masigna listam, believe mana epi vordak.
So you have a bunch of cats that manage time. That's not strange at all.
Dandy break ni tantam nefta, MB60 ni crash. Listam napsik evi disgalos, etini jam na listam ni la crash. Tantam set den anon ni crash, black set a rosis martic.net. Benefit tam crash, navi break crash. Graphic of tamsik ni crash.
Uh-oh. They're gonna close off a world completely? Blinx isn't gonna let that happen. He saw that chick fell in love and now he's gonna go save their world. Okay, so this is how the game starts. Now, I will say that I have played the game before in the past. Found time crystals, look for the time crystals of the same color. Yeah, you find time crystals of the same color, and then you have to have 4 crystals to make a piece, and you have to have at least 3 or so. Okay, so you can have 3 time controls at once. Alright, so yes. Alright, so this game, you play as Blinx the cat. He is a time sweeper of a race of people that just manage time, I guess. As I said, this was a pretty interesting and cool-looking game in 2002. It really hadn't been done before. What you end up doing is it's a puzzle platformer. It is a puzzle platformer. Oh shoot! You know what? I should have paused so I could have gotten that. Yeah, it's a good game. It's not bad. So let me see here. It's been a while. Pull the right trigger or tap X to shoot trash. There we go. So yeah, you defeat monsters and monsters pop out crystals. Now, if we take all 4 of these moons, we'll get double the power. So we can only have 3 time pieces at once right now. And different trash weighs a certain amount, so you end up having different things, and different vacuums can pick up heavier things, which obviously I can't pick this up right now because I have the starting power, or the starting vacuum. Okay, so as I said, it's a puzzle platformer, so what you end up doing in this game is you have to... Oh, I got hit. Even though I hit him. It went right through him twice, but whatever. So yeah, I have played this when I first picked up the game while I was collecting. I decided to pick it up and give it a try because it was one that I remember hearing about a lot back in the day when it came out. It was really popular. So I gave it a try. I got decently far. But I don't mind puzzle platformers, but I don't feel like this one was quite designed for me. And there's a reason for that. And so like right now, the control of the camera isn't great. It kind of moves up and down a little bit, but as you can see, I can't really see too much of what's in there. There's worse cases, but I have 3 main problems. Let's see if I can remember them all. My biggest problem with the game was, or one of the biggest, was the camera. Because the camera just does not work very well. It's clunky, it gets hung up a lot on things. I have died many times just to going through a door, can't see what's on the other side, the enemy locks onto me, and I die. My other biggest problem, or my other problem, is difficulty. It's quite easy in the beginning, but it ramps up in difficulty over the course of levels like it should, but it's not very fair when it does it. As you see before in the game, that there are these time crystals, right? So in each stage, there's 3 stages and a boss, and then halfway through there's a shop. Now, you need the crystals to do certain power-ups to do parts of the level. Well, the only way to get them is to usually either find them on the map, which are rarer as time goes on, or to kill monsters. And the monsters drop random crystals. Well, if you don't find the combination of gems that you need, you're SOL. You have to restart that level over. Also, there are timed levels later on, and they do not give you a lot of time. They do not give you a lot of time. So that was another problem, is that it's kind of random at times. My last problem is that it's very grindy. It's not so bad in the beginning, but about halfway through the game, you'll end up grinding a lot. A lot. You have to go back through previous levels all the time to farm these things, which are money. The more gold you have, the more you can upgrade your stuff at the store. and so on and so forth. You get better vacuums, get better, you get different clothes, things like that. See what I mean? Right here. I can't see what's necessarily under there right now. If I come running through here, there are times when enemies will just be, like, right out of my vision, and I can't see them. Crap. I don't know, the camera's not great, but it is very grindy. That is something to note. Okay, so now we have 2 slows. So we have a pause and we have a slow. Yeah, you have to beat all the monsters in the stage, too. That's a thing that you have to do. So, you have to beat all the monsters, pick up trash, use it as a weapon, things like that. I don't really want any of these gems on. So we'll get a slow, it will run up here. That way we can get up here real fast. Use some time controls. Uh-oh, we got a little mini boss guy. And he comes around and he tries to steal all the gold. If you can take him out, he drops gold. Oh no, I got no... Shoot! Okay, so I don't have any... I don't have anything to shoot at him, so I couldn't beat him. Well, that sucks. Oh well, that's okay though. You know what I need is a continue. So in the game, as you can see in the top left there, I have hearts. Maybe a time control can fix this? Yeah, rewind could, but I don't have a rewind. Oh. Yeah. Alright, so... I lost my train of thought. I don't know what I'm doing with this. I don't know what I'm doing. It's gonna fall, isn't it? It's gonna break? No, it's not gonna break. I have to get up there somehow. It broke. Shoot. Okay, well, screw it. We got a secret cat. Honestly, though, out of all the bad things that this game has, you know, the camera controls. There's a heart down there I want. Here we go. The controls with the camera, the ranking up difficulty, the grinding. Overall, though, this game is actually really good. If you really enjoy puzzle platformers, I would definitely recommend picking it up because it's actually really fun. The game controls mostly okay. It's a fun little game. It's got a lot of nice music. The graphics, as you can see, are pretty well done. And it does provide a challenge. It's definitely not something that you're going to sit down and beat in one day. Although you might be able to. It would take a lot. But yeah, it's a cute little game that is worth picking up. I'm not a huge puzzle platformer. When I play games, I usually play games to relax and just kind of chill. So when things get too difficult and frustrating, I usually tend to just say screw it. Which is why I don't play games like Dark Souls, because they just frustrate me. So as I said earlier, the top right there is all the enemies in a stage. You have to beat all the enemies, and then you can progress to the end. If you don't kill all the enemies, you can't win. The faster you go, the better rank you'll get. There's secrets in every level, gold in every level, things to buy, things to upgrade. We'll take a look at the shop next before proceeding. Because there's a lot that goes on. Alright, so we found one secret. We're at least we're just gonna play up to the first boss, I think. So that's the goal, is to beat the first world. Alright, so as you can see here, you get gold from those shiny gems. And you can buy extra retries, which retries, you get 3 of them that you can hold 3. I think you can upgrade it later. Yeah, retry holder, there you go. 1,000 gold, I have 500. If you run out of retries, you have to try the whole level over again. If you have a retry, it'll just rewind to a few seconds before you get hit. Most of the time it works, sometimes it actually puts you in a bad space. Time holder, that's where you can, I believe... Yeah, this lets you hold 1 more time control, yeah. Vacuum is out of stock. This vacuum is in stock, but it's got 2,000 gold, so I can't do that. You can also buy extra shirts and things like that, but the shirts don't do anything. The only things that do anything are the abilities and the sweepers. The clothing, I don't believe, does anything. At least I don't think it does. Time sweepers, of course, go all over the place, so we'll go ahead and proceed to the next level. No, I don't want anything else. One of the reasons that I said it was really grindy is because in the later half of the game, you end up coming across certain enemies that require fire or ice vacuums to defeat them easily. Otherwise, it takes like 10 hits. Well, you can only have 5 slots to put items in currently. You can upgrade it to 10, sure. But that uses all of your stuff, and items are limited in the level. They don't come back. So, it requires a lot of time and a lot of items, and sometimes it just makes the whole level hard, and it takes more time. And eventually, yes, you do run out of time. Oh, shit. So, yeah, it makes it frustrating. But there are vacuums. For instance, there's an ice monster. I can buy a fire vacuum, and it'll defeat it in 1 shot. Similarly, if I had a stronger vacuum, I can come and pick this up and get rid of it. Probably beat the level a bit faster. It's all about how fast you can beat the game. How fast can you beat levels? There's hearts up there, but I already picked up some stars and a moon. So it's not really going to work for me. And get rid of this guy. Okay, that's not what I want either. See what I mean? They drop random gems sometimes, and yeah. Those little flyers get me a lot sometimes. There's a moon, but I need a star. What is kind of cool is that all the trash you can pick up. It's got a nice art style. It's all kind of like wavy and wonky, and I don't want to pick that up, but I want the gold. It's got a very quirky art style and level design and different things like that. It's very enjoyable to look at. The one thing that I would say also that could be improved is aiming, because aiming can be a bit of a pain. It doesn't always work how it should. Let's go ahead and use a pause. So, like I said, there's this. You have time powers, so what powers can you use? Well, you have a rewind, a fast forward, a pause, a record. So recording is kind of cool. I'm not sure I'll get that done here, but what it does is you record yourself doing something, and then you end up going through. I want to get rid of these crystals. I want this. I want the heart. You end up recording yourself doing something, then as soon as the recording session is over, it will rewind and a separate clone of you will do what you just did. Okay, so here's the exit. We'll go ahead and get out of here, I guess. Alright, so we got one more. We got the last level, which is the boss. And we'll do that, and then we'll call it there. Because I have done a lot of this game before. I've dumped a lot of time into the level. It's all about score attack, time trials, pushing yourself to get the fastest time possible on a level, get all the gold, get the upgrades, all kinds of stuff like that. And if you like that kind of thing, it's not a bad game. It's really not. I just don't have the patience for it. Alright, so this is the first boss. we need to get some time powers. Actually, we can slow. Alright, so we heard him for once already. Bosses are definitely easier with time powers. Alright, so we got him again. Let's get some more stuff. We'll get a pause. We'll go over here and get the pause power. So we'll pause, hit him again. He's not dead yet. Let's get these stars. So there's some stars over here. See what I mean? I can't control my camera. It like forces me to look at him. I don't want to look at him. Alright, there's no stars. That's not good. I actually needed something else, so we just gotta wing it. Got him. So yeah, when the bosses die, they pop out a ton of money, which is great, but it disappears pretty fast, which kind of sucks. And that's the end of the first stage, or the first level, that is. So the first chapter? Zone? I don't know. Anyways, that's as far as I'm going to play today. I think you guys get at least a little bit of a taste. It's a game, it's a puzzle platformer. You play as a cool little cat with some great graphics, some decent controls, some fun puzzles, great platforming, and just a different style of game altogether. So if you like this thing, I would say definitely give it a shot. It's a pretty decent little game for what it is. Off the top of my head, I don't know how much it costs. But I would definitely recommend it. If you're into challenging yourself and you have more patience than I do, then definitely give it a shot, because it's a great game. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you would give it a like and possibly a subscribe, that would be great, and I will see you guys